Dr. Christy McMullen here, and I have some ideas for you that I think are going to help you better manage your calendar. Now, I cannot create more than 24 hours in a day, and my hope is that during some of those hours you're sleeping and others of those hours you're spending time with your family. But the part of your day where you're working, what would it look like if you could better manage your calendar? So here are some things to consider. 4 things to make this easier. Number 1, be realistic. Now, 24 hours in a day, let's say 12 of those are working, and that's generous, right? But in those 12 hours, how many of those hours are you spending doing menial things like, I don't know, checking email? Could you prioritize those things and only spend small amounts of time doing them? So that realistic piece is to not over plan your calendar to the point where you have to be working 18 hours a day to get it all done. Number 2, use your Outlook features. Now, you might not use Outlook, that's just an example, but in most email systems, there are ways that you can work smarter instead of harder. Let Cortana, or whoever the name of your system is, do the work. She can find you focus time. She can find you meeting times, and you don't need to spend your time doing that. Number 3, this is a biggie. If you're trying to manage your calendar, you must manage your email. You can't be checking it all day, every day, because believe it or not, it's okay for something to take a minute to respond. Now, in addition to that, the smarter you respond to email, the less email you will have. So if you're trying to create an opportunity for you and somebody else to meet, don't just say, yes, let's get together next week. Instead, say, here's the available time that I have next week, and I would like to suggest we meet here. If that works for you, send me a calendar invite. If it doesn't, send me an invite for one of the other times I offered. What that does is it eliminates the back and forth, and it turns it into a calendar invite that you can actually show up to. And then the last one, and I really like this one, Carey Nieuwhof is a businessman and a podcaster and a pastor, and he wrote a book called At Your Best: How to Get Time, Energy, and Priorities Working in Your Favor. And he talks about green, yellow, and red zones. So every one of us has different times during the day where we are either green, which means we're productive and we can be creative and we can do all kinds of really awesome things. And that's really only about 2 to 4 hours a day. Then you have your yellow zone. Your yellow zone is a great time to check email or conduct meetings because you don't have to be at your sharpest, but you do need to be pretty coherent. And then you have red zones. Your red zones are that point in the day, and we all have it, where we literally need a nap, right? Like we need to go take a walk, we need to turn our computers off for a minute because our brains just aren't functioning like we need them to. So green, yellow, and red zone, if you're trying to manage your calendar, you've got to schedule things during your most productive time of day. Now, when I say things, I don't mean meetings. I mean space for you to be creative, to design, to develop, and save your tasks like email and meetings for your yellow zone. Red zone, make sure there's somewhere in your calendar where you can walk away and take a break, because if you don't, I promise you, your brain will shut down anyway. So it's okay to take a break. So green, yellow, and red zones are super important to know and utilize to your favor. So if you want to better manage your calendar, first you're going to be realistic with how long things will take and what you will need to do during those times. You're going to use your Outlook features or whatever operating system you're on. You're going to manage your email and not check it all day, every day. And then most importantly, you're going to know your zones, green, yellow, or red, and you're going to spend time doing the right things at the right time of day. Hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day.